call revenge weekend, because this game you have a rematch of a regular season game, and then JCA and Montini, which is the game of the week for the Saturday game, and then Stevenson and Loyola, they're all rematch games. Two of them being from the playoffs last year.
Well, that Montini Joliet Catholic is always a dogfight, whether it's a regular season game or a playoff game. It's always just, it's worth the price of admission to see those two play.
Whole lot of running going on. Third down. Weideman has time in the moving pocket, fires, what a catch along the sidelines. And they'll spot it at the 41-yard line. It will be a first down for St. Rita, and you see why. Brandon Gaston is such a highly regarded receiving prospect.
Nice job right there, getting out of the edge by C.J. Weideman. Good delivery and a good catch, picks up a big first down. Needed 7 yards on that, but he was able to sprint out and pick up 11. First down, keep the drive alive. And what this is doing is developing more confidence in St. Rita in their quarterback in C.J. Weideman. You know, it's tough to lose your other quarterback, your starter, in the first series.
Weideman will lose the football. He kept it in the belly of Tyree Lee for too long in the option. And it looks like Weideman fell back on top of it, and he did. So it's going to be no gain, 2nd and 10. Gaston comes off the field a little slowly, and Weideman gets away with one. He just left the ball in Lee's belly for too long.
Rule of thumb of this, when in doubt, leave the ball in there. Don't try and pull it out at the last second. So when in doubt, because his shoulders are going upfield, yours are going away from the field. Give him the football. If you don't have a good read, let him bang it up inside.
2nd down and 10. And Weideman barely got it to Lee that time. He'll carry it to the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 6 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Hell was in there on the tackle along with Roast.
As we mentioned in the open, Jim, it's important for Tyree Lee to be a big factor tonight. He had 177 yards last week in their win, but he wasn't that effective when they played Providence earlier in the year in that 5th ball game of the year, so he's got to have a good game tonight.
Zeiger and Danaher out to the right. Gaston is back in the game. He is left.
They've been pretty good on 3rd down, 2 out of 3 so far.
Weideman. Lee, good burst to the line of scrimmage. He'll take it down to the 32-yard line. He is close to a first down. Looks to be a little short.
Of course, there's no tomorrow. There's no adjustments to be made tomorrow at practice or at film day. It's over. So you pull out all the tricks and everything you need to do. And of course, you need a first down right here.
4th down and 1 from the Providence 32-yard line. Mitchell back in the game. He'll hand it to Lee. He cuts away from the blockers and he breaks it off for a big one. Down to the 20-yard line before he steps out of bounds. He made a nice read on the play, Jack. There was all sorts of traffic inside. He has the speed to bounce it out, and he did. He got the first.
And a good job there sustaining the blocks by the left side of the offensive line. Big Terrence Roberts, 6'6", 325, stayed on his tackle, and it allowed him to bounce it out. There really was no room inside. Just a good job of running by Tyree Lee to bounce it outside, pick up that very big first down for St. Rita.
New set of downs for the Mustangs from the Providence 18-yard line. St. Rita trails 7-0.
In the power I now.
Lee, big hole, right side. He gets smacked about 6 yards upfield by Tyler Sheeman. Lee will take it down to the 12-yard line. So it's a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
That's the old playbook of St. Rita going back many years at the old power I. And sometimes if you're not throwing the ball real well, you want to have the offensive line get some confidence in themselves. You go back to the running game, and that's exactly what they're doing right here. They're in the power I left now. Tight ends to the left.
Mitchell back in the game.
Power I look with the spread formation right here.
Weideman will play fake. Has nobody open, has to check it down to the tight end. And that will fall incomplete to Mitchell. But a very dangerous pass. Emmett Trost was right there to break it up.
Just a flood route outside here. Good pressure right there by David Sherratt, number 692. He's very active. He's the guy that comes in on when they need a good pass rush. Because he's very active out there. But St. Rita needs to pound the ball down in here. Defensive backs in Providence are doing an excellent job of covering the receivers.
13th play of the drive. But for the moment, St. Rita a little off schedule. They need a gain here. And in the backfield, Weideman barely got the handoff off again. And it will be a loss of the play of a couple of yards back to the 15-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and 7. And they will send Bailey Marth onto the field to try a field goal with the win.
Providence stunned it right into that play. Brandon O'Hare, number 6. Linebacker just came right in there and stuffed that play.
32-yard attempt for Bailey Marth.
He said his longest attempt, he's 1 for 1 this year. His longest is 38 yards. So he certainly is capable.
Way up high.
Yep.
It is good. So St. Rita on the board, a long drive that does not net a touchdown, but does net points. 7-3 Providence leads. A little more than 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
And that's important for them to come out with some points on that particular drive, because they'd run some good plays and then they get stuffed. They had no real consistency to it, but you can see right here he's got plenty of leg. So they might end up coming back to him in different situations from maybe a little further out. As we mentioned, his long of the year is 38 yards. And he's 35 or 39 an extra point, so he's a good kicker.
He kicked a field goal with 23 seconds left against Mount Carmel. That turned out to be the difference in the game as St. Rita beat Mount Carmel 23-21. Now Marth will get a chance to kick it off.
Again, they got some dynamic returners back there, and the biggest one, of course, for Providence is Warfield. He's run back 1 earlier for 88 yards, so he's very capable.
Mike Beller watched it go by and into the end zone for a touchback. Providence will begin possession number 2 at their own 20-yard line.
You can always tell when you look at statistics the type of back. If a back averages, 3-4 yards a carry, that's one thing. When you start looking to see how many runs that he's had over like 10 yards or over 15 yards, that kind of gives you an idea if he has the possibility of going all the way. And in Warfield's case, he's had many runs over 50 yards. So he's a big-time runner, not only with power, but also can break it away from the long run.
And he has gotten better as the season has gone on.
And as an effective receiver also.
Hunnifer, quick screen, got it to Warfield, makes a cut, gets over the 25-yard line, up to about the 28, before he's brought down by Mike Tiernan. Gain on the play of about 7, so Providence looking at 2nd down and 3.
They must have been listening to us up here. You can see right there an effective job of blocking downfield. Nothing more than a little bubble screen out there, but those little bubble screens, it all turns out to yards after the catch. You can catch the ball at 5 yards, but if you run 15 after that, that's what we're looking at.
3 receivers out to the left for Providence. Anytime they line up, Boykin will be by himself. Warfield looking for the first down, he'll have it. Takes it up to the 33-yard line. And he got kind of a rough ride down to the turf from David Landstrom.
We also, again, though, did see the big 315-pounder pulling out in front of him. When we talk about yardage after the catch, you've heard the term of possession receiver. That's usually the guy that can catch the ball, but he really can't do much with it afterwards. But when you have receivers that can catch the ball and then make the big plays afterwards, those are the long ball hitters.
Warfield looking to add to his 53-yard rushing total, did pick up about 3 on that play before he was taken down by Nick Demmer.
Even if he gets 3 or 4 yards, it's still very effective for the game plan, because St. Rita's expecting, as most people in the stands are for Justin Huffer to be throwing the ball almost on every down. And so those linebackers have got to stay home. The only way you're going to do that is to run the football.
Not often you see quarterbacks go under center in high school anymore, but Hunnifer does from time to time. He rolls out. He had Pavona wide open, but he was able to run it, and Hunnifer looks like he got his foot stuck in the turf at the 49, goes down, but bounces right back up. It's a first down for Providence, just shy of midfield.
That was just a bootleg, an excellent bootleg play right here. You can see that going one direction. He sees it's wide open, but watch right here. He goes to slide, and his foot sticks. And that could have been a dramatic injury right there.
14 plays for Providence so far, 105 yards of offense. And now Hunterford will work out of the shotgun. Steps back, stays in the pocket, fires, and has a man. Marcus Solvik has a first down and more. Makes a cut, working his way toward the end zone, and finally brought down at the 12-yard line after a big gain. Eric Walker saved the touchdown. 39 yards on the completion.
Well, we said that there were a lot more tools in the shed for Hunterford to go to, and that's one of them right there, Marcus Solvik. He's been very effective all year, 28 catches. Justin Hunterford, he spreads the ball around. They've got 4 excellent receivers and sometimes 5.
First down and 10 from the Rita 14. Hunterford wants to throw again, lays it up, and nice job of defense on the far side of the field. That was the great job of not letting Connor Creed get into the pattern. It was Walker again on the coverage.
I think that was also a defensive back called turf. Kind of stopped that. Looked like he kind of got tripped up there. But this is where Providence has been very effective. You know, when you're looking at a 6'5" receiver on one side and a 6'4" receiver on the other, and then your slotmen are 6'3", that's tough for defensive backs. They're only 5'10" and 5'11" to cover. They're all in man coverage right now. So who's got Warfield is the question.
Second down to 14. Hunterford looks, fires, wants Svoboda, just misses him. Little bit tall and wide, couldn't get it to his tight end, who is headed to Iowa next year. It'll be third down and 10.
Good route right here. Puts him on an island right here. Ball's there at 6 points, just overthrows him a wee bit. Maybe if he was 6'7", that would have been 6.
You just saw 2 of the best receivers in the state running together. That was Gaston on the coverage. Boykin is at the top of the screen.
Trying to get different mismatches here.
Hunterford fires, wants Boykin, and again,
Gonna get a flag. Oh.
had a hard time getting his receiver to keep the pattern going to the back corner of the end zone. Boykin kind of stopped at the goal line. The pass was thrown to the back corner flag, and it's fourth down and 10. Kolakowski came out to attempt an extra point, but it's going to be Hunterford, can't try to field goal, but it's Hunterford that will try this from 31 yards.
Well, we saw him kick one,
right.
and it was a good one, a long one.
It was the Brother Rice game. Into the wind. Gets it up, it's long enough, it veers left, and it is good.
You talk about an MVP. Runs the ball down the field, throws the ball, makes a big first down on a scramble, picks up a real big first down for him, then kicks a 3-pointer, and they need to get something out of a drive. That's quite a quarterback.
At what point is that formation not a kick?
Well, there you go. You get a direct snap. It's just like being in a spread formation for him.
Right.
And that's probably one of the main reasons why they have it. Good job right here, just getting it out here to Warfield on a bubble screen. Picks up good yards for a sophomore, 200 pounds, and they come right back, looks away. And this is what's good about him. You can see how he was not going to go initially to Marcus Solvik, but he came back to him. That's why he only has 1 interception all year long, is because he doesn't force the football. He's got active feet. There's a good job right there by an excellent athlete.
2 possessions, 2 scores for the Celtics. Eduardo Favela will kick it off for Providence. He will go short. Could be trouble. Almost could have been a touchdown return, too. Nice job of coming in and making the play by St. Rita's David Lormer. Let's go to Matt Rodewald.
Had he stayed on his feet, he would have had a clear lane to the end zone for sure for about 50-plus yards. Wanted to update on a couple of injuries. You're going to see a different offensive line at this point. Terrence Roberts, the 6'6", 325 senior, he's out at the moment. He got his ankle retaped. He rolled it on that last possession. He's getting his shoes back on. He'll be out there shortly, but he's out at the moment. And also, just keep an eye on Brandon Gaston. He kind of got shook up in that last drive as well. That left arm of his, either he jammed his elbow or something. He's been shaking it off for the last a couple of plays and also on the sidelines, but he should be back out there just fine right now.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. And it'll be Lee right up the middle. Takes it to the 47-yard line, gain of 3 yards on the play before he was taken down by Emmett Trost. It's been 2 long drives for Providence so far, Jack.
2 long drives and taking up time on the clock. Very effective, good balance, run, throw. Really tough to defend an offense that can do both run and throw the ball very effectively as Providence does.
Weideman remains a quarterback after Scott Proctor hurt on the opening series. And it'll be Proctor on the keeper. He'll take it into Providence territory. Weideman on the carry. He'll be short of a first down by about a yard.
Weideman's not afraid to carry the football. He's carried the ball 58 times coming into this ball game. So he's a little more effective as a runner than Proctor was. But I think part of his issue was the interceptions, throwing 9 of those coming into the ball game. And sometimes coaches just look for a spark. Maybe that's why Proctor was in there last week and sparked him. Did a great job. Unfortunately, got hurt here, and so C.J. Weideman's getting another opportunity.
Weideman's knee was on the ground when he picked it up. The play is dead. It's going to be 4th down and almost 3 yards. Quarterback recovered the ball. His knee was on the ground. 4th down.
You could get away with that in the pros, but not at the high school level.
And that's a big play because at this spot of the field, it's going to be a punt. First time either team has punted in this game. Tim Zaleski comes in to put it away. He does have the win at his back. Michael Madej back to receive for Providence.
Michael Madej, a good athlete on that 4A state baseball champion. Plays free safety on defense. Got great hands back there.
Great kick by Zaleski, but he didn't get a good bounce.
Smart play.
Zaleski kicked it high, he kicked it deep. His coverage team was there, but a beautiful fair catch fake, I guess is what you would call it, by Madej. And the defenders were standing by him. The ball hit over his head and goes into the end zone. So Providence will get it back on their own 20 with 3:19 to go, and they have 2 timeouts. Winner of this game will play the winner of Normal Community and Wheaton-Warrenville South. Wheaton-Warrenville South got into the playoffs on a miracle fumble return for a touchdown, and here they are in the 2nd round. Hunterford will give to Warfield. Starting it out on the ground, gets to the outside. He'll have a first down and more as he works his way toward midfield. Finally brought down at the 45-yard line. He was tackled by Jalen Croft.
Just an excellent job right here. You can see just power, the guard and the tackle pulling. A good job of Warfield. What he does is he reads the blocks. He doesn't try and fly through there. He just kind of hesitates. Then once he gets past the linebackers, he opens it up. And for a sophomore, he runs with a lot of maturity. 81 yards so far and 8 carries for him.
First down at the Providence 45. Hunterford quickly fires and has his man. That's Boykin just shy of midfield. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Clock moving. 2:38 remaining in the 2nd quarter.
We mentioned earlier, Jim, that last year Hunterford had 1,800 yards and 20 touchdowns. So he's a veteran quarterback. It's not like he's having a breakout year now. They knew he was going to be good. But what they had last year was that they had a rusher that also had 1,800 yards running the football and 22 touchdowns. And that's what they needed to work with.
Hunterford now 6 out of 13. Completes it along the sideline. Getting more yardage is Marcus Slovic. He's racing toward the end zone. He'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. He was brought down by Gerald Whitaker, and Providence knocking on the door again.
Marcus Slovic does a great job for Providence when they take away Boykin and Vogoida. And here is a perfect example right here, 6'1", 180 pounds. He's only a junior, so he'll be one of their go-to guys next year. Averages about 15 yards a carry, so he's very efficient once he catches the football. So it's yards after catch that are important.
Ball right on the 10. First down and goal for Providence. Hunterford lost the football, had to fall on top of it, loss of 5.
Sometimes you might get a little too fancy down in the red zone here. This is going to be just a little trap right here, and it was just a poor handoff is what it amounted to. But again, St. Rita down here has got to take advantage of being able to use that end zone as a 12th defensive back for them.
Markosovic slot left on the same side as Boykin. Screen pass. Boykin to the 10. He'll take it down to the 7-yard line before he is brought down by Bikina. So Providence gets a little bit of the yardage back. They're looking at 3rd down and goal from the 7.
He sure doesn't look 225 pounds. He looks slim. I mean, I know some guys at 225 pounds, they don't look anything like that.
He will be lining up on the basketball court when the Providence football season comes to an end. The Celtic faithful hoping that that's not until the first full week of December.
Rumor has it that that might not be the case, and he might not be playing basketball this year.
Charge timeout, Providence.
Charge timeout for Providence. I asked him that very question a few weeks ago, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to play, but we all know how that can change sometimes, and all of a sudden the college coach says, I would really like it if you would rethink that basketball.
Right, a Notre Dame education, the cost of that, we're not sure that we want you to blow out a knee playing basketball. But from my standpoint, that's not fair to the high school player. I mean, he's a senior. He should be able, if he's running track or playing baseball or playing basketball after the football season, he should be able to do that. He is not a product yet of Notre Dame.
Visit CN100 Sports on Facebook and on Twitter for that matter. We've now combined all of our sports features, Game of the Week, Sports Weekly, Battle of the Fans Prep Profile onto one page. Go to facebook.com/CN100 Sport or follow us at CN100 Sports. Providence, 23 offensive plays, 13 of them have been run in the red zone. And this will be number 14. 23 seconds remaining. Providence has one more timeout. 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
Little mix-up here. 4 receivers on one side. They want to get single coverage maybe for an alley-oop. As they got that off.
Hunterford fires, and it's in and out of the hands of Nate Pavoda. 4th down. That was a bullet.
It was a bullet, trying to get to that 6'5" receiver. Not much room for error right here. He just drills it right over the middle. Ball could have been caught, and you'd think, well, kid is going Iowa, he should catch it. But for most receivers, that would have been a tough catch.
Providence will use, I think they're going to use that final timeout. Hunterford's nowhere near the huddle. 19 seconds remaining in the first half. Yeah, the clock is not running, and I have not seen a signal for a timeout. And finally, they called timeout. That was a little bit odd. If you're going to call the timeout if the clock's not running. Maybe they wanted to get a look at who St. Rita was going to put out on the field for defense.
Well, when you look at the balance between the two teams, Providence, for example, when they rush the ball, they rush for about 123 yards a game. St. Rita for about 216. Throwing the football now, this is an entirely different dynamic.
Catholic League Blue. Now the overall standings are through last weekend, and all 5 of these teams made the playoffs. Brother Rice was the only one that was knocked out. But Providence and Brother Rice were the co-champions of the Catholic Blue this year.
Getting back to that stat, Jim, Providence throws the football for 271 yards a game. St. Rita only for 119. So you can see, obviously, what's more effective for each particular team.
So Hunterford will come back out with the kicking team. 25-yard attempt coming up.
Where having him as a kicker could pay off later on down the road in an overtime game or whatever when it's a direct snap. Because it's just like being out of the spread formation when you have a quarterback like that.
Nate Griffin is the holder. Again, a little bit into the wind. Hunterford puts it up. It's not going to make it by much, and it did. So a second field goal by Justin Hunterford, and Providence is now out to a 2-score lead, and that's important because St. Rita gets the ball to open the second half. If Providence were going to get the ball to start the second half. Who knows? They might have gone for that. Another long drive for Providence that results in points to start off with a Warfield run, Jack.
Well, he's been so very impressive as we've watched him throughout the year, how he's matured from that second ball game just for a sophomore. But they have so many scoring tools right here. You know, Markosovic is just outstanding. He was the go-to guy when Boykin wasn't available. You can see the blocking downfield. Boykin runs really well with the football after he catches. And of course, when you have a quarterback that's that versatile, and that was certainly not real.
With 15 seconds on the game clock.
That wasn't a heck of a lot much over it, but it didn't have to be.
That looked like one of those Jack McInerney off the toe wedge shots.
If they would let that hit the ground, it would have hit and bounced right back towards him. Little wedge, little bite in it.
Each team has run 24 plays so far, but the yardage total, Providence 217, Providence 84. I would imagine this is going to be one of those screaming grounders, like I hit with a 5-iron.
This kind of has the same look as Week 5. Providence played St. Rita. St. Rita just didn't seem to have a lot of pizzazz in that first half. Now, adjustments will be made in the second, at halftime here, that could change the dynamic coming out. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Zuniga downs it at his own 30-yard line, so 14 and a half seconds left. And, well, Rita does have the wind with them, so
Rita's got to be able to run the ball more effectively and sustain the drives longer. And the key to that is first down.
I sure would try to get it to Gaston. I mean, a little screen pass to Gaston type of thing where you give them a chance to run, maybe?
Well, right now they're going to be playing so soft, so far off the ball. A little umbrella about 20 yards off the field. You know they know where Gaston is, and that's where the safety's going to hit right away.
Weideman will roll. He'll look downfield, will fire along the sideline. He was trying to get it to Gaston, but Gaston was well covered, so Weideman really did the smart thing there. Just threw it into the turf and made sure nobody got it.
Situations like this, when the teams know that you're doing that, this is in many cases, if you have an outstanding running back that has great speed, this is a perfect place for a screen or a draw, because those linebackers and defensive backs are so far off the ball. By the time he catches it, he really is in an open field situation.
Gaston is at the top of your screen. Jack Pell has the coverage, and Madai is over there with a little help. Little fake and go, it wasn't there, so it was handed off. And let's see if the Mustangs decide to run a timeout. The answer is no, and that will bring the first half to an end.
The first half.
So some long drives.